WWE Unreal Season 2 happened last week, guys. And one of the more controversial comments that came out of that were from Michael P.S. Hayes. Michael P.S. Hayes, he had to say this about everybody's beloved Chelsea Green. Michael P.S. says, in quote, Chelsea is so entertaining, but she is not built for, nor should she be in the Charlotte Flair or Tiffany Stratton role, because Chelsea's job is to help make those people. So when it comes to that quote, and this is the gift and the curse that it comes to a show like this, it explains the wrestling business. Now, a lot of people are in an uproar saying that, oh my God, Chelsea Green, she's so great. She's this, she's that. Yes, she is great. Yes, she deserves it. And they also said that you give her 30 seconds, she's going to steal the show and make the best of those 30 seconds. And she does every single time. But like I said, the gift and the curse when it comes to this show is you go behind this curtain and everybody goes in an uproar. But this is how the wrestling business always has been. And Chelsea is so great at everything she does that she could be put in the ring with anybody. And he also said it's to get those women over. Yeah, she's going to be a foe for those bigger name superstars, just like every other wrestler is. For example, Kevin Owens. How many times does Kevin Owens beat Roman Reigns? Like, for example, Kevin Owens has been in the world title matches, I think maybe 3 or 4 of the last 5 Royal Rumbles, and he's lost every single time. The guys we love, like over the past, like Dolph Ziggler, how many times does he beat John Cena or the big names, etc.? I can keep going down the line, but that does not mean that Chelsea Green isn't great. That does not mean that Chelsea Green isn't going to get any accolade. That does not mean that Chelsea Green is not a future women's world champion. They already give her more TV time than most of the women as it is. She's on TV on a regular basis. She's been a 2-time WUS champion, 2-time W tag team champion, and now she's a AAA tag team champion along with Ethan Page. So the time that she gets, she makes the best of it. And you cannot say she's not getting pushed. And it does not mean that she would never be put in a prime position. I give you another example. I was a huge Carmella fan. You know, Carmella beat Charlotte Flair. Carmella had her run as the main champion. She was SmackDown Women's Champion for a long time, and she did beat Charlotte Flair and Asuka during her championship reign. But at the end of the day, she dropped the title back to Charlotte Flair, and that's how it is. But now with the new WUS and WIC titles, there's more opportunity for the women. So she just won't be pretty much stagnant. But those Weasley heels are the most entertaining people. I've always said this, and I said this about pretty much everybody: Dolph Ziggler, JC Jane, X-Pac to an extent, that you're so good at your job that it does you a disservice, because they can have you go out there and do anything. You can put anybody over. You can make anybody look good, and especially when you're a heel, you're going to make your baby face. Now, I do believe that Chelsea Green has a major heel run in her, especially now with her husband back, Matt Cardona, because they made comments about wanting to be like the next Edge Alita for the modern day, which I really think they could actually pull up, because they did a lot of this stuff on the independent scene when both of them were together. And I'm looking forward to that if that does happen, because Chelsea, you know, if you follow Chelsea on IG, she does acting classes. She's very versatile. She can do pretty much everything, and this is something that I think that she can actually pull off as well. So Chelsea has so many layers to her that I think she could pretty much pull off anything that you put in her face. And you see her on Unreal talking about she'll do anything. She doesn't care about being she basically wants to be like the female Miz. And Miz is another person. Miz has been world champion. Miz is a 9-time Intercontinental champion. But how many times did he beat John Cena? How many times did he beat Roman Reigns? How many times did he beat the top guy? Hardly ever. But that does not mean that you are not a success. And Chelsea Green will be a perfect success story. So make sure to like, turn on post notifications, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.